Okay, I have to admit, JP is hilarious. Okay, friends, welcome to Look and Live. You're here with Pastor James Avalon. This is another reaction video. I'm also going to share some perspective in the regarding this content as well. Okay, his name is JP. He has all right, I listened to this dude just a couple days ago. I realized this dude is actually funny, but is funny with a whole lot of truth in that as well. So I'm gonna do this reaction video. We're gonna check out this one. It's about 37 minutes long, so we will pause and comment as well. So hey man, I'm not gonna add no take away from that. So let's get into the heart of this message right now. Listen to what JP has to say, and the title of this video is How to Work Out for Liberals. And let me know, guys, if you enjoy this content, if you have any other suggestions similar to what JP is doing here, where we can kind of talk about certain truths in the most satirical manner, but at the end of the day, you know, the truth is the truth. We kind of have to find ways to do that, and I love what JP is doing here. So yeah, let's take a listen to this.
What's up, my liberal friend? Up until this point, there's never been a workout program designed specifically for you.
Yeah.
All the existing fitness programs on the market involve things like hard work, dedication, challenge, and discomfort. Those things go against your values. But that all changes today because I'm proud to announce the world's first liberal workout program. It's a workout scheme designed specifically for liberals to give you the unique results that you're looking for. The program involves several components, some of which will surprise you. Let's go through them. Barbells. Barbells can build a lot of muscle, which can improve your self-esteem. So what you'll want to do is not use them, and instead let the liberal North Star guide you, whereby when you see someone with bigger muscles than you, attack their character and try to destroy their livelihood. When you see someone who's achieved something that reminds you what you could be but don't work towards, tearing them down is the only solution. Self-responsibility is a conservative concept rooted in systemic racism, and that's not going to work for you. And as a liberal, that's how you use barbells.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, JP. I got it, boy. I have to admit, he's correct about that. You know, and again, I'm what I would consider an independent, but I do lean toward conservative because of my Christian values. But yeah, there's a lot of talk about a lot of different things, you know, human rights and everything, but there should be more talk about responsibility, accountability, you know, taking ownership of our own lives and doing the things that we ought to be doing. But it seems like that's what's missing in the discussion. So I like what JP is doing here. He's putting his finger on it. Yeah.
Socialism. Now, normal people with what...
So the second one is what?
That's how you use barbells. Socialism. Now, normal people with what's called their sanity still intact would suggest that the best way to get results with weights is to lift them. Fortunately, as a liberal, you know that the result you get being in direct relation to the amount of effort you put in is nothing more than a dark cloud of oppression. You know that the workout would work much better with a socialism style added to it, whereby you rely on someone else to lift the weights for you and then give the results to you. Equal outcomes, wow. Am I right? And just like any form of socialism, this sounds real good on paper. Now, naysayers are like,
on paper.
You expect to get good fitness just waiting around for the state to give it to you? Wouldn't you just be sitting around getting fat doing nothing while nobody gives you the result that was promised?
Yeah, there's truth in that as well. Yeah, there's a lot of strange things behind the spirit of socialism in the context of what he's talking about here. You know, when you look at the welfare industry and many movements that are supposedly for the poor, I believe initially they started with good intention, but again, a lot of good things got hijacked over time and it becomes something bad. And I think what he is doing here is kind of like, hey man, stop waiting for the government to do things for you when you have opportunities where you can do things for yourself, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly how socialism works. You might get terrible results, but at least you won't have to work for them. Gender. As a man, you should know it's wrong for a man to work out. Hysterical science has proven that all masculinity is toxic. So being a male and working out would literally be strengthening toxic masculinity. So if you want to work out, just turn into a woman for the duration of your workout. Here's how to do that. Step 1, close your eyes and say, I'm a woman now. And now you're a woman.
Okay, that is actually funny, but it's very true. Many of those who say, isn't trans women the same as trans men? The question you ask has a simple answer to it. No, it's just not the same. I'll stop right here.
So brave. This would also be,
He's fun.
I'm a woman now. And now you're a woman. So brave.
Yeah, it takes more than believing in your heart that you're a woman to make you a woman. It's a fact, you know. And again, it is what it is. We can't change God's order because of the way we feel. And we need to deal with the feelings, not so much with, profession and giving in to the emotions. No, we need to challenge these emotions and find out where they're coming from and redirect them in the right direction, at least. But that's not what's being done. It's more like, I feel a certain way, everybody has to go along with it. Doesn't change the facts.
Say, I'm a woman now. And now you're a woman. So brave.
So brave.
This would also be a good point to break women's weightlifting records if you want to. Injuries. Now, avid fitness enthusiasts know that injuries are an inevitable part of the fitness journey. So as a liberal, what do you do when you hurt yourself? Blame someone else for what you did to yourself.
Oh.
Seek inspiration from President Brandon blaming President Trump for his Afghanistan failure. Or
Oh, what a dagger. Yeah. I know. Yeah, I know something was wrong with that narrative.
inspiration from President Brandon blaming President Trump for his Afghanistan failure. Or if you're a high achiever, keep in mind how Brandon shut down the Keystone pipeline, making the US dependent on Russia for oil and gas, and then blames Putin when the prices go up. Here's how it works in the gym.
Yep. You know, again, we can't just put the blame on Vladimir Putin as the sole contributor to the issue. Although that's what the narrative seems to be right now. You know, he did this to us, but not necessarily. We were already headed down that direction. I'm pretty sure it, the ascension and everything else added to that, and the war in Ukraine didn't help. But to put the blame solely on this scapegoat called Putin right now, and to make yourself look as if you did nothing wrong, it's not gonna fly with me. We are not that dumb after all. Let's keep moving. Oh, what did he just do? He's wild.
Here's how it works in the gym. I broke my foot. Look at what he did to me.
I didn't do anything.
You monster. You broke my foot.
Dude, I've been holding this microphone the whole time.
You racist liar. You broke my foot. How could you do this to me?
I watched you slam the weight down on your foot. We got the whole thing on camera.
You won't admit that you did this to me. Because you're a transphobical white supremacist. You broke my foot. Sex trafficking doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's real suspicious how you people try to cover up the existence of that.
And that's how you deal with injuries. Mind-body connection. It's important to acknowledge the mind-body connection and to work with it during your liberal fitness program. When we look at your mind and its desire to kill unborn babies, silence free speech, have fear guide your life, emotionally rage against objective truth, and to be a burden on the world around you by...
Wow, he just said so much here. Yeah, there's something wrong with us mentally to think that a woman can, or even a father as well, can do whatever they want to do behind closed doors and then use taxpayers to fund their decision, their bad decision, or their regretful decision when it comes to children or abortion. I don't want the child anymore, but I want you to respect my choice to get rid of the child that I don't want. But that had nothing to do with me in the first place. And first of all, it is still murder. Anyway.
by relying on others to meet your basic needs, we can objectively say that at a psychological level, you're a degenerate. Therefore, it's important for your body to match that. But how can you accomplish this? Well, what most people don't know is you can use exercise to physically degenerate your body just as fast as the narrative has degenerated your mind. Any exercise you do should be in the most erratic, illogical, chaotic state possible, just like you're thinking. Here's some examples. Bent over rows. Kettlebell lunges. Bench press. While exercising to engage maximum mind-body degeneration, get as angry as you got at people who knew Biden was going to be a terrible president before you figured it out. Anytime you actually touch a weight, you should ask yourself, how can I lift this weight?
He said, you're too much. You better watch it, JP.
Figured it out. Anytime you...
He said, Biden.
While exercising to engage maximum mind-body degeneration, get as angry as you got at people who knew Biden was going to be a terrible president before you figured it out. Anytime you actually touch a weight, you should ask yourself, how can I lift this weight in such a way where I get zero benefit and maximum detriment? Just like progressive policies. Now, a lot of liberals fall into the trap of only being a degenerate psychologically. You don't want to do that. No. Instead, evoke the power of the mind-body connection to help you be a complete degenerate. It's a liberal fitness program. Working out no longer has to be just for people with a strong work ethic and a dedication to human betterment. With a right understanding of how to infuse socialism, gender confusion, and a mind-body connection into your workouts, while knowing how to deal with adversity like a pathetic victim, you can now take your liberal fitness to the next level.
Can you? All right, guys. JP got jokes. I love the sarcasm. I like the satirical. I love the way that he promotes the truth. It's very hard and difficult to kill a man in that way. I think there's a way that somebody described it. I'm gonna find that for you. There's a way. I'm gonna find the quote for you. They speak about tact. Winston Churchill said it this way: tact is the ability to tell someone to go to hell in such a way that they look forward to the trip. That's what he just did here. JP is very tactful, and he did a whole lot of damage here with sarcasm and comedy, but he laced it in truth in ways that people will be able to drink it. But I know what he was doing. Very smart. Well done, JP. Go show him some love. I put a link to his channel below. No wonder why he's got 2-point-something million subscribers. Let me ask you guys, do you enjoy this kind of content? Is it something you want to see more of? I appreciate the message as well. There's so much truth, though. I think if we go back to the fact of one thing he's really saying here, although he wasn't saying it, but that's what he really meant to say. We just got to be responsible for ourselves and take accountability for our own actions and stop blaming everybody else for our mistakes. Simple as that. And I think if we take that approach, we will go far in life. But I'll also say, let's be careful that we don't use these political sides as well to attack another person's value and self-worth. Because although a person may be a liberal or somebody's a conservative, we have to always be mindful of the fact that somebody's political position does not determine their future, their character. It does not determine their self-worth. We have to be very careful with that, and I do not agree with demeaning a person's value just because they choose not to be either a Democrat or a Republican. I'm totally against that. But here is the thing, though. In 1 Corinthians 10 verse 12, so let him who thinks that he stands take heed lest he falls. The warning that we are given in Scripture, although I agree with JC about many things, but I will say, while you may be doing the things you ought to do in your life to be the best person that you can be, I want you to, number one, keep in mind, do it in the strength of God. And number two, don't ever think you are better than somebody else. Don't ever think that. Because the moment you begin to think that you're standing strong, you're firm, you're doing everything the way that it's supposed to be done, and you lose confidence in God and you start trampling on somebody else, Jesus says, if you think you stand better than anybody else, you better watch it or else you're going to fall. And I say this not just to the Democrat, I say it to the Republican, I say it to the independent, I say to the Christian and my non-Christian friends. Watch it. Nothing else I could say to that, friends. I think this was amazing. JP did a wonderful job with this one. If you like more of this content, please let me know. I want to react to these type of contents as well. Wherever there's truth, I love it. All right, appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to the page as well. Click the bell icon to be notified from upcoming videos. Comment below. And also check out my new YouTube page as well. God bless you and have a good one. And as always, look unto Jesus and live by faith. Have a good one. Bye.